Let me go across now to our other newsmaker. Derek O'Brien joins me. He's the leader of the Trinamool party in the Rajya Sabha, member of parliament, also been there in Goa, spearheading the TMC's expansion. Thank you, Derek O'Brien. Derek O'Brien, I wanted to ask you that, as I mentioned, it's inevitable that as one party, as a leading opposition party, in this case the Congress, starts to decline, others will rush in to fill the vacuum. The Trinamool now is expanding in the northeast, it's expanding in Goa. But is that creating ruptures of opposition unity? Because if we've seen the kind of statements that the Congress and the TMC have made against each other, this is fairly unprecedented. Your leaders have said that the Congress is acting as an agent of the BJP. The Congress has leveled the same allegation against you.
You know, too many people are obsessed with this opposition unity. Opposition parties are doing what they have to do. There are bigger issues, political issues no one talks about. What about the BJP disunity?
No.
Mr. Jain, what about the BJP shuffling its chief ministers as if they are playing a game of rummy?
Okay,
they are shuffling,
I'll
you're
come
telling
to that.
us about. I just saw your interview also about what Congress did. Congress will look after its own house. Trinamool will look after its own house.
No. 1 second. Derek O'Brien, with all respect, when you say that
Mr. Jain,
we make too much of opposition unity, let me finish. It's Mamta Banerjee herself who's been spearheading opposition unity. She's called opposition leaders together, including the Congress. She's written to, opposition leaders to come together. So this is not, this is not a media creation. Your own leaders is pushing this. But equally, when you take leaders from the Congress, doesn't that then hurt the cause of opposition unity?
Mr. Jain, you're normally very solid on your research. Please show me one letter or one appeal by Ms. Mamta Banerjee, chairperson and parliamentary chairperson also of the Trinamool Congress,
yes,
where she has written a letter to opposition leaders asking them to assemble for a meeting or a virtual meeting or any other meeting.
No, not assemble per se, but that they should come together.
Of course, Mamta Banerjee is the only Mamta Banerjee has walked the talk. Amit Shah and Modi have put everything beyond that Bengal election, and then she hit it out of the park. We are close to 3/4 majority in Bengal. They threw everything at us. So today, in one sentence, Mr. Jain, let me just give you the one sentence.
Yeah.
Not because the Trinamool Rajya Sabha MP is saying it.
Okay.
Not because the Trinamool worker is saying it. The country has more or less come around to this one fact that the most credible street fighter with a track record of defeating the BJP three times in the last 7 years is Mamta Banerjee.
Okay. Let me ask now. Allow me to ask a question. So I'm saying if Mamta Banerjee is encouraging the cause or promoting the cause of opposition unity, how is it opposition unity when the Trinamool leaders like Abhishek Banerjee say that the Congress is doing armchair politics, that the Congress is acting as an agent of the BJP?
What did Mr. Abhishek Banerjee say yesterday? He said, one, the problem of the G23 is a problem which the Congress have to resolve. What did Abhishek Banerjee say? He said that the Trinamool is on the ground. They are taking up the issues. Factual, we are the party who are beating the BJP. And whenever Congress gets to fight the BJP, they lose. Now, what is that our problem? On this issue, you mentioned about this, you used this word in your earlier part of your program saying poaching. You see, you don't go poaching. If a person from a political party believes in the track record, the credibility, the good governance, and the fighting spirit of Mamta Banerjee, and approaches the Trinamool Congress saying, we want to work with you to remove the Modi government, we talk.
Okay.
We're not an NGO, we're a political party.
No, that's different. That's different. But look at what has happened with Luisine Falero, because he's saying that nobody from the Trinamool, he said, I didn't even know anyone from the Trinamool. Prashant Kishore, who's working, whose IPAC is working with you, who's also, by the way, been in talks with the Congress to help them with their political campaign, Prashant Kishore approached him and said, made a case to join the Trinamool.
Mr. Jain, we haven't done any secret deal with IPAC. IPAC is a professional agency. Normally, political parties would hire IPAC for event promotion. I call every event like they would hire for elections. Trinamool is the first political party which has taken the forward-looking step of hiring IPAC for 5 years. It's public knowledge in the public domain. Our relationship with IPAC is in the public domain. Now,
but isn't there a conflict of interest? If you have
that, you'll have to ask. I'm not the spokesperson for IPAC, nor am I Mr. Prashant Kishore spokesperson.
No.
I'm telling you on behalf of Trinamool.
From an opposition, as an opposition party, is that a conflict of interest that you have someone who's
we have no
helping recruit Congress people for you and work and supposedly in talks with the Congress?
IPAC is a professional political strategy organization.
Okay.
They have signed a contract with Trinamool for 5 years.
Okay.
They are absolutely professional. They're doing a professional job with us. Now, we're not going to discuss our political strategy on national television, and all these questions you have, that is a personal to do with Mr. Kishore and the Congress party.
Okay.
That you can call him on your program and ask. I'm here to tell you, IPAC is on board for 5 years.
Okay.
We have not hired IPAC. Let me just make this one point. We have not hired IPAC merely to fight elections. 5-year period means building and inputting Trinamool Congress along with the political base which we have.
But let's come back then as we wrap on my fundamental premise that do you now see yourself? Are you now saying, Derek O'Brien, that increasingly the Trinamool Congress, which has been fighting the BJP in West Bengal, largely you've been localized in West Bengal, you're saying, are you now seeing a wider national role for the Trinamool Congress, which is the consequence of the Congress party unable to fight the BJP? Are you now going to try to position yourself as the main pole of the anti-BJP front?
That is all your theory. As a journalist, you are free to analyze it in whichever way you want.
No, I'm asking you.
It's nothing so complicated. We have identified 2 states. The states are Goa and Tripura. The government there is run by the BJP. We want to get after the BJP. We want to defeat the BJP in Tripura and Goa.
Right.
And number 2, we think we have the best chance to do it because of our leaders' credibility and our good governance record. And we are a federal party without a high command. BJP has a high command of Modi Shah. Everyone has we don't have high command. And let me tell you, to fight these elections, I'm being very practical, you need resources. So when you go into the 2 smaller states between Goa, on a lighter note, you could say fish and football connect Bengal and Goa, but on a more serious note, Tripura and Goa are our 2 focus areas.
Okay.
At this stage, we are focusing on Tripura and Goa, and you need to understand this. Need to understand this. People approach the Trinamool Congress. Now, if those people are from quote-unquote like-minded parties, those like-minded parties have to keep their troops in order.
Okay.
We are not going on some group WhatsApp saying, hello, join Trinamool. No, people are getting to us and people are getting to us.
Fair enough.
And also people, that's the basic.
Okay, that's the basic premise.
So it's not about opposition disunity.
All right.
It's about strengthening parties to defeat the BJP.
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll have to leave it there, but thank you so much indeed, Derek O'Brien, for joining us. Thanks very much indeed.